Well, I guess the same way everybody does, really, in this business, which is to find a partner, work on my portfolio, keep on working on it until it got good enough to get placements, fight ferociously for the live briefs, and then get more work made, make the agencies that I was working for money. Eventually, the portfolio got so good that people couldn't have me working for them if they didn't pay me. I think I'm not really one of these people who spends their time sort of trawling through awards annuals, all that sort of stuff. I mean, the magazines that I read The Economist, I don't read Campaign, because I just like to have a bit of a bigger picture and a better understanding of the world and the trends that are happening in the world, rather than just within the creative industry. But overall, I'd say that the place that I always find my inspiration is basically in solving the creative problem. That's quite a difficult question, because there's a lot of work that I've done that I'm very proud of. The most recent high-profile campaign, which is for Action for Children, and what I particularly like about that is that at the very start, when we were originally pitching for it, I was very clear that the one thing that I didn't want to do is another Bernardo's or an SPCC, because I've always sort of, in this industry, people tend to talk about those campaigns as being ones that are particularly good, but I've never really thought they were any good because they just seem to me to be just cheap ways to get awards, and I've always questioned the actual value that they had for the charities they were representing, and more to the case, the people who those charities help, how they were representing their plight. So from the very beginning, I just wanted to do something that was positive and not just sort of shock and misery and all that sort of stuff. I wanted to present something that's, you know, that's inspiring. And so with Action for Children, that's what we presented in the pitch, and we presented a load of thinking along those lines, so we won it. The other thing is that a lot of these charities, they kind of talk about this is a terrible problem and they're going to solve it, when in fact that's just la land, because these problems actually take years to solve, and they're very, very difficult. We basically came up with a campaign line which was as long as it takes, to basically to start talking about more of a long-term approach, and to talk about more about what we're going to do, and that we're actually going to get a result with this. We're not just going to say, this is horrible, give us some money. We're going to, what we want to say is, give us some money and we will do this. We will get a result. So the work we did is as long as it takes. It's a recent campaign. It was put a huge amount of work into it. It had a fantastic director, a guy called Dan Summich, and I'm very proud of it because it's very different for the category. I think it's genuinely intelligent, and well, you can judge for yourself.
I used to lash out if somebody pushed my buttons or I wasn't able to do something. Things that wound me up were if they'd insulted me, I would physically hurt that young person. My parents sought out help with my autism because it was becoming a pain for them. When I went to Action for Children school, I started being a bit more friendlier, with people. Thanks to a lot of the carers, I was able to correct a lot of errors in my behaviour and become a better person. I feel a lot more confident, and it's thanks to them. I feel a lot more at peace with myself.
We're here for as long as it takes. Action for Children.
Well, that's really difficult. Obviously, I get a lot of people kind of sending me their portfolios, so I do keep a log of them, but it gets to the point where it's I've just got kind of hundreds of sort of emails, and that I never really go through them. So what I'll usually do is I'll just kind of call around some friends and say who's good, and get some names, some numbers, get some people in that way. So I definitely see the benefit of a site like this, because it will, you know, it'll just make it easy for me to search and to find people. So I really hope that you know, all those good quality people are going to start using the site.